Hi, I'm Heppenwana. This is a submission video for the King's Dungeon, category being World 2 any percent. It is a cool little Microvania on a cool little micro console. This is the Playdate. It is a console, if you haven't seen it, that has A button, B button, and a crank. We are going to use that crank as we go through the King's Dungeon. To start the game, we always load from fresh because otherwise you can soft lock. The category is World 2 because we're doing World 2. Any percent means we're getting through this as quick as humanly possible. We do not care about collectibles. We just care about point A, where we start, and point B, where we end, and a few spots in between get power-ups because it's a Metroidvania or a Microvania, so there are power-ups. In the game, we have been thrown into the King's Dungeon because we have stolen the King's royal cheese. We are cheese pilferers. We have pillaged the cheese. We have eaten the cheese. We escaped in World 1 in a different lifetime, and now we're coming back to World 2. Time will begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so we start off with the King pretty much going, hey, didn't I throw you in here already? Didn't you already go to jail? Haven't you learned your lesson? And it's like, no, we haven't learned our lesson. We're going to eat your cheese. We're this little guy who is going to go running around trying to get some power-ups so we could get out of here. This game has some cool, unique mechanics like coyote jumping that is truly out of this world. Also, your checkpoint. Every screen, which is good news, although it means death abuse can be a little bit on the tricky side. You can't really use death abuse to warp far back. You'll notice I jumped right there. That was not from being in water. That was because of my coyote jumps. The way coyote jumps work in this game, by the way, first power up, I call it Super Saiyan. And then you blow up. It's like Super Saiyans charging up. Just call me Goku. So, coyote jumps in this game. As long as you've been on the ground, you have a jump ready. Even if you fall off the ground, you can still jump. There is no time limit as long as you jump before you hit the ground. Which means essentially no time limit, because if you hit the ground, you're going to recharge that jump again. That is an extra little Super Saiyan boost. It didn't do us any real important thing, but I wanted to do it anyways. We'll sweep through there in one quick cycle, and now we are going right back where we came from. Because if you notice, we have Super Saiyanable blocks right here. Those up there are chains. You can actually grab chains if you get the right power up. And only those type of chains, not decorative ones, which are different. So we're going to use that coyote jump mechanic right here to make an impossible jump. That is how big your coyote jumps are. And it is intended, that guy who was down below would have told you, hey, you know, you could jump if you jump off a ledge. You could still make a jump when you run off that ledge. Here we are going to get the key power up. Key is the crank power up. We crank to open these gates. Alright, now we could go back to where the King was and go the other direction. We are going to pretty much go back and forth a few times. It's never a quick thing. By the way, that's a decorative chain you cannot grab when you get the grab ability. But we're going to go back and forth a few times. We don't have too much choice in the matter, but we have to do what we have to do. First, a low power up right, or Super Saiyan smash right there. Slide right in there. That is a very tight window. We are going to go up here. Blow up another couple of these. Oh, did not want to do that. So climbing down is the same button as your smash. And because of that, occasionally you accidentally bonus smash. Alright, here's that big coyote jump just for fun of it. And now we get everyone's speedrun favorite special move. Ooh, the dash. Oh, that was close. By the way, dashing onto a ladder is incredibly tricky, so we want to be careful not to try and dash onto ladders too much. We'll dash past the King though. Also, if you just hold up and jump, You will not keep grabbing that ladder. You have to let go of up and re-grab it every time. So that's an important thing to keep in mind if you want to try playing this game, both casually and speedrunning. Also, your dash has some momentum. Want to be careful. That's a secret. We don't need secrets. We're doing any percent, not 100%. So here we gotta be very smart with momentum control. Jump at the right jumps. If you don't jump when you should jump, you'll typically smash into the wrong area. You'll miss your platform. If you jump when you shouldn't, you'll overshoot your platforms. We are going to have some interesting time with dashing coming up, by the way. We need to grab one more power up, but after we grab it, it is going to be an interesting time with dashing. There is one spot in this run, or in this run, that can be kind of dangerous. Dangerous as in I might continually fall and fail. I really don't want to. Let's wait for this cycle. There we go. This room a friend of mine calls the Meat Boy room. Ooh, we were lucky enough to glitch through the game. There we go. The only way to reset a room is to exit, and this room you can't really exit. And if you don't get a fresh, clean cycle, it becomes a nightmare. We will take this a little slower because this is a very dangerous room. A friend of mine calls it the Super Meat Boy room because of how dangerous it is. Once you start dying, you just keep dying. Just like the game Super Meat Boy, if you're familiar with it, which hopefully you are. Good game. Alright, now we have the ability to climb those chains. Look at that, climbing up like a pro. Don't want to go in there. Another secret. Like I said, we are not here to collect secrets. We are here to get from point A to point B. And point B is the exit, not a secret. Well, the exit location is kind of a secret. Where is it? We will find that out soon enough. That was a bad bop. Hit my head on that wall or ceiling, whatever you want to call it. Oh boy. Alright. So we are going right back up where we were before, but now we could grab these. Super hard part coming up. So I might get a touch more quiet, which is if this is a speedrun event, it's always good to ask for donations. So this jump is practically pixel perfect, but intended. So it could take a few attempts because it is incredibly hard. And there we go. We are now good. Be very careful because we don't want to mess up and have to restart this. We are almost done, and here we go. The final power-up, the double jump, everyone's favorite, except for speedrunners. We love the dash. Who doesn't love the dash? So, we will now have the double jump ability, and we're going right back here because we can now double jump up here. So this is the final gauntlet. It's a final upward gauntlet, not nearly as tricky as the one to get the double jump. Just gotta take it nice and slow. This one right here is very, very precise and careful. And then a final little spot where you could, guess who forgot to double jump? Like I said, this is a submission video. This is not meant to be a perfect run. This is just, we gotta go right under that. There we go. Now we are back up here again. And one final very difficult jump, and then time will be as soon as the king is done talking. So get ready with time. There we go, time. Yes, that was the end of the game. We got 1 cheese. It was a new best record for me. That one area is very tricky. It's a great time for donations during any speedrun event, or to just have a shout out from the host, because it is practically pixel perfect. It is asking the impossible, but that's why I do the impossible. It might take 3 tries, but we get there in the end. I hope you consider this for your speedrun event, be it a marathon, be it a showcase, be it a charity event, whatever it is a fun game. Music is just fantastic, and so many people have not had the joy of seeing speedrunning on this little tiny toy. That is just a lot of fun. If you go to the main menu, you can even pull up like fastest times and all of that. This is a speedrun machine for speedrunners, and more people should see it, and your event is the perfect one to show it off. Thank you for letting me entertain you. Thank you for giving this a shot, and thank you for considering it for your speedrun showcase event. My name's Hepinwana, and it's always a pleasure, my friends.